Hi, welcome to my software program development assignment for EDAT. Today we're going to take a look. Let me go ahead and put this in present mode. Oh, why is it from the beginning? Okay.
This is the software program development assignment that I completed for EDAT 5.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it for a quick second. So there's a couple things I wanted to point out. I put in the blue navigation arrows or the action buttons that are in the bottom. So you can advance forward, or you can, obviously on the next slide, you'll be able to advance backwards if you want to review some content. Those are going to be activated by the mouse clicks, the right and the left. Obviously right to go forward, left to go back. That also enables the ability for a student that might have some motor involvement to activate the switches going forward or backward. And then to activate the animations, you can go ahead and use the space bar. If a student is a switch user, they can use a secondary switch. So as I go along, I'll talk about some other features that I built in for accessibility.
25 by Sandra Stoppel, October 26, 2019.
Why is it not going forward? Okay.
Today we're going to be having fun with fractions and decimals.
Yeah, someone didn't think that was funny.
Which piece would you like? I'm hungry. Are you hungry too? Let's cut the pizza.
Okay, so on the other slide, I tried to add some animation in to capture their attention, not overly so that they were just focusing on animations, but where it would be relevant to the content. Here I drew a line with the writing tool, or drawing tool, excuse me, and I intentionally made it uneven because I wanted to stimulate perhaps some conversation or discussion about why is my piece bigger than your piece, or vice versa. So, and I also put in animation where I thought it would add to their better understanding. So let's see what that looks like.
This is my part, and this is your part. What do you notice about the pizza?
Okay.
A pizza can have 2 equal parts.
So for the next few, the Aligned Standard of Learning for this particular class, it's a class of 7th graders with intellectual disabilities. The focus on fractions in this is on halves, thirds, fourths, and tenths. So as it goes through, you will see pizzas being divided into those denominations, if you will, the halves, thirds, fourths, and tenths. For each one, I do a representation of a pizza on the left. It starts out whole, and then I divide it into the indicated parts. On the right, I color it out to make it just a circle with colors for the different slices, if you will, or parts of the whole. So I'm going to just do a quick slide through of these so you can see the animations.
This part is called 1/2. And this part is also called 1/2. They are the same. A pizza can have 3 equal parts.
So this is the same for the thirds, and I want to advance it to the next one for the fourths, and then of course the tenths. Whoops, let me go back for just a second. So on the tenths, because I couldn't obviously put 10 arrows, that really would be very distracting. I have a fly-in of 1/10 that's labeled on each of those colored parts. And then I pose a question, how much is the orange part? So obviously it's the 1/10. Okay. And you can see there with each click, It gives me an opportunity to allow them to sort of count along with me to keep track of the 10 parts. Okay. And then,
Now we're going to look at money values. $1.
so here, the second standard, aligned standard of learning that I utilized was looking at decimals, and I did it by relating it to values of money or money amounts, as is indicated in the standard, aligned standard of learning. So here you're going to see a representation of $1 to the 4 quarters, and there's an animation that's in play.
Is the same value as 4 quarters. 4 quarters are the same value as $1.
Okay, so here's
$1
just
is the same value as
here's just a different representation. I'm trying to put 4 quarters on top of $1, really to just kind of identify that they're the same, and as you'll see in the next few slides, lining them up so that they can see that 25 cents is a part of $1 was the intention.
4 quarters.
So I'll just kind of speed this along. Okay, the next slide.
1 quarter is 25 cents. 25 cents is the same as
So in the next series, I pose, again, 1 quarter is 25 cents. That's 1/4 of $1. And then I ask them, how many quarters do you still need here to make a whole dollar? So that lets the student kind of have errorless learning. They can think about it, and then they'll be given the answer. And I'm going to just go through for time's sake and advance this along. We have a second and a third and a fourth. Whoops, my apologies. Let me go back. And each time I'm asking them, how many do you still need, so that they can physically see the spaces that are left. Okay. And then here is a comparison. What do you see? The dollar, the dollar is on the right, and it has the 4 quarters. The pizza is sliced into fourths. So even though they're different items, a pizza can have parts and $1 has values of. It's a representation that it's similar. And then finally we end with a table. Whoops, let me pause that. So we end with a table that's a comparison of fractions and decimals. And this would be something that I would like to laminate so the students can use that and have a better understanding of a fraction in relation to a decimal. Pizza and money are not the same, but there are ways that they can kind of visualize and represent those. So I hope you enjoyed my PowerPoint, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts.